Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman and these are the market positions for October the 10th, 2017. Now our first trade for tonight is going to be in the Forex market. We're looking at the Great Britain-New Zealand cross pair, a very, very volatile cross pair. Now what we can assess here is that the market has been moving along the VantagePoint 18-day predicted moving average for basically about 5 trading sessions. Now this is a trade we now want to watch because as you can see, I've marked a very steep trend line in here that has now been broken. So we're holding this critical VantagePoint pivot area at 184.42. We're very bullish close here of 185.95. Now markets were a little thin today on Monday. However, we can see the VantagePoint indicators are giving us at least a 2-day warning that this was getting ready to move higher. Now our neural index is up. Our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences are starting to recover. We've never broken below the zero line on the predicted MACD, and the crossover here appears to be corrective in nature. Now, case in point here, what we really want to look at is the failure at the 40 level on the predicted RSI. And now we're breaking above 60. So there's 2 different trading signals here. One warning us that the breakout to the downside is false, and number 2, that the move higher is likely the correct move here. So a lot to look at here when we're breaking down these VantagePoint indicators, but I believe there to be an accurate signal in here for a long trade. Now when we look at our short-term crossover, we're back to the upside. Medium term is still down, but our long term is now recovering also. That long-term crossover, very important. This is still a very choppy, volatile cross pair, and it could reverse and turn lower, but right now it does look like we have pretty heavy support here just below the 184 level. So from here, guys, we now utilize that all-important daily report only after we've done our checks here on our main indicators. Now, with that close today, we're looking for a move. We're still looking for a retracement here. So we just want to point this out. We've closed at 185.95. We want a minor retracement here clearly inside the daily range. This currency usually moves 1.5% of its value per day. It is a big mover, so we're looking for a minor pullback to 185.52. We are then targeting 186.62. But if this pair can get moving, we could see a bigger move back up of over 187. Now stops on this particular trade, because we've had such a steep move up here, nothing goes straight up and nothing goes straight down, as I mentioned to my own direct clients on a regular basis. So when we look at this, it appears to be corrective in nature, but I would keep my stops pretty tight on this particular trade, just below 184. Now again, depending on how you're looking at this, that may seem like a large stop, but a very volatile cross pair like this one, you are never going to survive with a 15, 20, 30 pip stop loss. This trade needs room to breathe, and we have to stay out of this area. And we can see we have also had further support here at this area. So if I connect this would tell me we have what would appear to be a triple bottom off 184. So stops about 20 pips below 184 is more than reasonable. Now our second trade for tonight is in the U.S. financial sector. We're looking at the Apartment Investment and Management, the AIV stock. Now, when we look at this particular stock here, of interest to me is first and foremost, we can see potentially what could be a quadruple bottom sitting here at 43.50. So right off the bat, we know we want our stops below 43.50. We can assess here that we are closing above the key VantagePoint 18-day predicted moving average at 44.63. We're closing 44.75, so we're just moving up above there. Now our neural index is turning positive. Our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences, with of course our strength indicator, all breaking above the zero line. We have a crossover to the upside on our predicted MACD, albeit still below the zero line, but we're sitting just about what could be a breakout point at 58.9 on the predicted RSI. So once we break through this 60 level on the predicted RSI, we should be able to advance higher on this stock. I believe that with this break and close above 44.63, with this close at 44.75, that is a leading indicator that this stock could be getting ready to move higher. Now, when we look at our short-term crossover off that at least a triple bottom we can see for sure. We're rising higher on our medium-term crossover, looks excellent. But again, that long-term crossover, once it completes, we should see a bigger move. We've got a lot of activity here, guys, at 44.45. So from here, we go into the daily report to fine-tune tomorrow's entry. So with a close of 44.75, for tomorrow, we're looking for a minor pullback to 44.54. We then target 44.96. Now, again, I always like to give multiple targets here. If this long-term crossover can complete, we should be able to move back up into this congested resistance zone up around $46 per share. So not a bad looking trade here, but it could also be a very good medium to longer term trade.